And what's going on, you guys? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? This be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we are definitely here for another episode of Yes for the Mess. It's been a minute since we've had like a Yes for the Mess that was live. Now, we did have one that was live the other night when we were talking about Melody and Ariana Curry and all them girls over there on Love Mary Trunsville. Now, that was a live Yes for the Mess, and that was the livest Yes for the Mess we have had in a long time. But we here for another live Yes for the Mess today because I just did not feel like, I wanted to just come on, do this video, get it over with, let's move on to the next. That's all I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to be here to talk about a couple of things. Now, before we get into the things, first of all, thank you guys. I got to do this right quick. Let me see this. I got to thank you guys because y'all was tuned in to my reading of my book. That's Why You're Lonely, the ATL edition, volume 1. I read the first 2 chapters, and I expected a small audience for that. You know what I mean? But the audience that I did get, it was amazing. Like, y'all was up in there in tune with the book. But the video was still up. It's not in members only yet, and I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna put it in members only, because the reaction that I did get, I enjoyed it, and I really appreciate everybody like tuning in, giving their opinions and stuff like that. And even though I know that would be like a less rated, type of video, it doesn't matter. It's all about my art. It's all about my work. And I want y'all to see that I am multifaceted. I write, I write songs, I write books, I give my commentary. That's what this is about. I want to try to see everything that I do. So thank you to the people that have listened to it. It's still up there. I have not made it members only yet. And I'm still debating on whether or not I'm going to make it members only. And I might give y'all chapter 3 and 4 tomorrow morning. It just depends on what y'all want. But thank y'all for tuning in to that, especially because I was very nervous about that. I was trying to stay in character when I was reading the lines and stuff. Like, I was trying to do all that. So I appreciate it. So thank y'all for tuning in to that. I had to start it off with that. Now, as you guys already know, there was no way, Whether You Like It or Not panel this past Monday, mainly due to the fact that there was no Real Housewives of Atlanta this past Sunday. But however, we will be back next Monday, and we will be over on Josiah's World TV's platform or whatnot. We will be over there, and we will definitely be giving y'all the tea. We're gonna be talking about the show. We're gonna be doing all that good stuff. Okay. So with that being said, we're gonna move on to the next. Now we're about to start planning for Boys Night Out soon. So that's what that's going to be. We're going to be planning for that very soon at this point. So make sure you guys are tuned into that. And then tonight, rather, is Roast and Review. We'll be talking about Love and Hip Hop ATL, which came on last night. So we will definitely be talking about that as well. Okay. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the tea. But before we do, let me do something real quickly. Hold on 1 second, child. Give me one. All right. So with that being said, we're about to go ahead and get into the mess, honey. We're about to go ahead and get into it. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is Mr. Michael Sterling. And as we all know, Michael Sterling is Eva Marcille's, soon to be ex-husband and baby daddy. Okay. We about to go ahead and get into that really fast. So let me go ahead and, as a matter of fact, let me do it like this. Let me do it like this. Let me do it like that. Or can I do it like that? Or is it too big to do it like that? Let me see some here, y'all. I want to see if I can do it a certain type of way. Okay, no, that ain't it. But however, we about to go ahead and get into that because as I was making up stuff for this video, I was going down the neighborhood talk as I always do, and I was trying to see what was going on. So here we go, you guys. Let's go ahead and get into it. Now, it says that Michael Sterling has pleaded not guilty to a DUI after crashing his 2011 Ford Mustang into another vehicle, okay? But they said that he had booze on his breath. Okay, so with that being said, let's go ahead and get into what was being talked about. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it now. It says, neighbors, this divorce is uncovering a lot of private matters, okay, about Eva Marcille and her ex, Michael Sterling. We previously reported that Eva filed for divorce from Michael, and it appears that she may have had multiple reasons why. Okay. Now, according to Radar Online, newly released court documents show that Eva had to rush to the scene of a crash last year after Michael was reportedly driving drunk. Per the report, he was handcuffed for allegedly reeking of alcohol following a midnight crash on February the 4th, 2022, in Sandy Springs, Georgia. Now, officers informed Eva when she arrived on the scene that her husband was under the arrest. Mr. Sterling says his eyes was red and glossy due to a medical condition and that his last drink was hours before the crash. However, injured passengers in the other car says his 2011 Ford Mustang came at them so fast. Mr. Sterling told officers that he didn't know what happened. He claims that he hit a vehicle. He hit the vehicle after emerging to his lane. Court records show him pleading not guilty. Okay, so that was pretty much the gist of it. But my thing about this is, why do we have to know that the car that he was driving was a 2011? Like, why do we have to know that? Like, why do we have to know about any of that? That's what I'm saying. Why we have to know what the year of the damn car was? Let me see. Did you talk about Sukiana going off on? I did not. Oh my God, Tremere. Thank you for reminding me. I'm gonna have to do that for a separate video. Cause I totally forgot all about that. And I have been meaning to talk about this shit all day. But that deserves a video of its own, to be honest. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about that on another video. I mean, cause this one I already made up all that other stuff. So child, it is what it is. But anyway, damn, I forgot. Thank you for reminding me. But how much money did he have though? I'm just asking. Not that money means something, but how much money did he have? Because I'm trying to figure it out. Because it's just like, girl, yeah, 2011 Mustang. But if he had like alcohol on his breath, then how the hell did he plead? Well, it said he pleaded not guilty. So that's what it says. It says he pleaded not guilty. So that don't mean that the judge said he wasn't guilty, but they did say that he had alcohol on his breath. You know what I mean? They did say that. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. What Mims done said up here? 2011 Mustang. Eva must have been a breadwinner in their relationship. She should have stayed with Miss. You know what? Not she should have stayed with Missy. Not she should have stayed with Missy. Oh my God. Let me tell you, I am tickled. Okay, I am effing tickled because Mims ain't got no damn sense. But from what we see, even though they said he had booze on his breath, he's still pleading not guilty to this situation. So my thing about it is, if he's pleading not guilty, then he must be very much so secure in knowing that he didn't do shit. That's basically what I'm looking at it like. He knows that he didn't do a damn thing, basically. So that's why he's saying, I'm not gonna plead guilty to this. I ain't do nothing wrong. And then the last drink that I had was a couple of hours ago, and I wasn't drunk when I hit these folks. So therefore, absolutely not. And that's what it comes across to me. But I'm looking at him like, boy, what the like? No, like if you have booze on your breath, then you know what if you're found guilty of that? Then what are you gonna do? Are you gonna? Because there's really nothing you can do after that. So I don't know what's gonna happen to this young man. But from what they were saying, they were trying to make it seem like that is the reason why that was the reason why Eva didn't want nothing to do with him no more, because he was walking around here, driving around under the influence. Like that's what the people were saying. So I don't know how true that is. I don't know how true that might be, but that's what the people said. The people was basically saying it. So I don't know. I can't give you nothing. I really don't know. I have absolutely no idea what that was. I don't know. But anyway, um hold on one second. Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. But anyway, so that was pretty much not Eva was the top. Wait a minute. What Mims done said again? Mims said he looked real goofy. Eva was too much woman for him. Eva must have been the top in their relationship. See, here y'all go doing all that. Here y'all go. I cannot, and I will not deal with this with y'all. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it with y'all. So that's the gist of that. So we can move on to the next story. Let's move on to the next one. So next story is Miss Cardi B. Now she has been the topic of discussion. You know what I mean? She's been the topic. She's always a topic of discussion about something. You know what I mean? She's always a topic of discussion when it comes down to anything. But today she was a topic of discussion on Charlemagne and them show. Okay. And Charlemagne said that Cardi B is the reason why more popular female rappers are collaborating with upcoming talent. In so many words, he said that Cardi did for female rap what Jay-Z and Drake did. You know what I'm saying? So that's what was said. So we're gonna go ahead and get into that part, and then we'll be back. Let me put this on up here and move this.
Pulling them. Salute to Cardi. Cardi shifted that. Cardi
she started using that influence to.
Cardi shifted that in the culture, and I didn't even think about that till you said it just now. But Cardi shifted that in the culture, because Cardi made it to where, you know, you the OG, you the person that's made all the money, you sold all the records, but you have no problem putting your arm around that next person. So whether
in fear of it, I'm seeing other people like get that for she get on it.
Yeah, and I don't even know if it's fear or, you know what, that's what I should be doing.
Right. Well, yeah. And sometimes you come off as a hater if every time it got to be that one person that look like they saving the world. You know, so it's like, nah, I'm gonna jump on this one. I got this one.
That's right.
You know, and it's like they building this alliances, you know, or something happening.
Cardi did for female rap what Jay-Z and Drake did. You know what I mean? Like Jay-Z, whatever that next thing was out, Jay-Z was
wrapped
jumping on it.
around.
Whether it was Juvenile, whether it was Houston, whether it was Rick Ross, whoever it was, Jay was jumping on that. Whether it was DMX, like whatever it was, Jay was on it. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Jay was jumping 50 Cent. You know what I mean? Whatever it was, Jay was jumping on it. And then Drake did the same thing. Drake did it with lesser known artists.
Yes.
So Drake would actually
Block Boy JB, stuff like that.
What Drake did was make the record big. I think what Jay did with those cosigns, he made the artists big. When Jay jumped on Dope Boys Go Crazy remix.
Point.
When Jay jumped on Dope Boys Go Crazy remix with Jeezy, people start looking at Jeezy different. You hear him on Rick Ross Hustling remix, start looking at Ross a little bit different. You know what I mean? You see him jump on Juvenile High. It's like, damn, maybe I got to start taking this down south. Just music.
Damn, that's a great point.
More serious. But I feel like he made those artists big. I feel like Drake made the song
that's a
big.
fucking great point.
I think Cardi's doing both. I think Cardi's helping to make the artist big, and she's helping to make the music big. Because Cardi just don't do the verse.
She do the video. She turn up in the video. She go live with
him. Talk about how, yo, this that motherfucker tweet about him. Like, that's what you're supposed to do.
Man, I
Rick
love
Ross
to see
said
that.
some shit one time, man. I stick by this. Represent your people's shit like it's your own.
Yes. They all pulling them.
Salute to Cardi.
I agree. Shoot me, but I agree. I don't know about y'all, but I agree with that. Like, do you not see Cardi B working with all these girls? Like, Cardi B is really jumping on all these girls' songs. I've seen Cardi B do so many different, remixes, hopping on several different collaborations with people. Like, it was absolutely, it's been great to see her, like, being more visible. Because the last time she put out an album, it's been some years back. Shit, when Cardi B dropped Invasion of Privacy, that was like a year after my first class reunion, and we didn't just had my second class reunion just back in October. So that's been a long time. Girl, get it together. That means it's been 5 or 6 years. You need to come out with a damn album, dropping these damn singles and hopping on these songs. Where is the album? I'm not listening to Invasion of Privacy no more. I want the album. Where is it at? Where's the album, Cardi? Where's the album, Cardi? Anyway, I had to have a rant about that because, when she put out Up and if it's up, then it's stuck, or WAP, I was ready for another album. Okay, I was excited. I was ready for another album. Okay, I was ready for it. But he got a point. He got a point. As Mims would say, Charlotte has a point. He definitely has a point right about now. I get exactly what he's saying. He's doing, because Jay-Z definitely did that. Like, Jay-Z will hop on anybody's record, and make it hot. You know what I mean? Like anybody's record. And I like seeing it. But what I really want to see, and it's probably never going to happen, what I really want to see is another Ladies Night-esque type of record. Like, I don't want no Ladies Night Part 2 I don't want no Ladies Night Part 2. Like, I don't want them to recreate what Kim and Missy and Left Eye and Angie Martinez, I don't want them to recreate what they did, but I want an all-female anthem. Like, I want an all-female record. Like, I want to see that happen. I want to see everybody in the video. Like, I want to see that go down. Like, I need that. I want Megan on the record. I want Cardi on the record. Let's see who else could be on the record. Megan, Cardi, Glorilla could be on the damn record. All these girls that's out. It's so many different females that's out right now. They can all come together and do a record like that. You know what I mean? Like, I remember like when Megan Thee Stallion put out the Hot Girl Summer song, that was an opportunity for them to put a bunch of females on their record. Like, Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki was cool, but I wanted more girls on the record. Like, we could have had more females on that song. It's Hot Girl Summer. Like, put some of the more hot girls on the record. Like, I felt like that could have been a ladies' night type of song. And we did not need Ty Dolla $ign singing on it. Pick one of these girls that's out here singing. Have Lizzo sing the hook. You feel what I'm saying? Do that, or Doja sing the hook or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want something like that. Because the men can all get on the record and do their thug thizzle, and then it be the biggest thing smoking. And everybody come through, write their rhymes and stuff, and it be one of the biggest records that's out there. But we don't really get to see. But if we had that. I wanted, even though I don't like that song that Nicki did last year. What was it called? Super Freaky Grandma. I ain't like that song. But however, what I did like the remix. And I was hoping and praying that she would do a video for that remix with all those girls on there. Who was on that song? Malibu Mitch, JT, Akbar V. Who was the other one? Bia. She could have did a music video for that. I hated that song. Don't get me wrong. I hate that song. But I do think that was an opportunity to see unity, because they already feel like she's not all about unity and she don't like to work with other females. She already showed that she'll work with other females when she put the song out. But if we had a video with all them in it, I would have been here for it. I definitely would have been here for it. The Super Freaky Grandma remix, I would have been here for the shit. No lies, I would have been here for it. Absolutely. I would have been here for it. So I have no problem with that. But I do think that Charlamagne had a point. And a lot of people, people do take that shit and make it seem like, they're trying to take something away from Nicki. And I don't really believe that that they're trying to take anything away from Nicki. So a lot of the times I feel like whenever you give Cardi any praise or something like that, they always feel like you're trying to take something away from Nicki Minaj. And that's not always the case. Like, giving Cardi props is not taking away from Nicki. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how many props you give Cardi, you can't take nothing away from Nicki. That's just the truth. And I just wish that everybody would be able to just, like the women for what they do and who they do it with or who they are or whatever. I would love it if people would just go ahead and do that, but it always got to be a competition, or it's only got to be one person. Like, that's why I'm always about all the shit that I'm about when it comes down to working with other content creators. I love working with other content creators. I don't look at other content creators as no competition. Me and Mims talk about this all the time. I don't look at other content creators as competition, especially if they're my friends. I don't look at them as competition. Like, we all trying to do this. We all doing the same damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. That's how I feel about it. So, I'd rather you enjoy everybody. That's why I'm so excited about my new segment called One on One. I'm so excited about it, y'all, because I'm going to work with one of my favorite YouTubers. I just want to say that. I told Mims who it was today, but I ain't told y'all, but I ain't gonna tell y'all yet. But I emailed this person and they hit me back up so fast, and I cannot wait till we do the collaboration so y'all can see it for yourselves. This is somebody that I love and adore. I love them. I'm so excited. But anyway, but yeah, that's all I really got on that. As Mims would say, Charlotte was on point with that because he had a point when he said what he said. So we can move on to the next. Okay. So next thing is Miss Faith Evans and Mr. Stevie J, the rat face, honey. They back in the blogs again, and apparently they've come to some type of settlement. I guess they have finalized their divorce. Okay. So we're about to go ahead and get into that real quick. Let's go ahead and get into that. Now, from the looks of things now, neighbors, it looks like Stevie J and Faith Evans have finally settled their battle for divorce, okay? Now, if you remember, the couple were experiencing a bit of a slowdown in the process, okay? Let's see. Where was I at? In the process, as Stevie was reportedly pressing Evans to finish up some final paperwork. Well, by the looks of it, it has all been turned in. Now, Faith Evans reportedly informed the court in documents obtained by Radar Online that she had entered into a written agreement regarding their property and their marriage or domestic support partnership rights, including support. More documents revealed that the couple tried several times to reconcile with one another, especially on Mother's Day of last year, where Stevie reportedly begged for Evans back in an Instagram post. Their divorce sealed with a filing that read, "There are irreconcilable differences that have led to this breakdown of the marriage or domestic partnership, and there is no possibility of saving the marriage or domestic partnership through counseling or other means." Now, after 2 years of a court battle, the pair can now consider themselves officially set apart as newly single. Terms on the settlement have yet to be released. Evans submitted a copy of spousal support and attorney fees to the court. Neighbors, what are your thoughts about any of this? Okay. Nah. Y'all. First of all, first things first. First of all, I don't know why Faith ever married Stevie J in the first place. Like, what was wrong with her, and why did she marry him in the first place? Like, that's one thing I never understand is how the hell and why the hell did she marry that man? He was nobody to marry, girl. Like, why would you do that to yourself? Why would you even be doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that Faith was too good for him, because, you know, Faith is kind of hood herself. You know, she kind of ratchet, you know, all that good stuff, you know. But at the same time, to me, it's like, what are you saying? You know, like why are you marrying him? You know, like, you went through a lot of shit already. So the fact that you would sit up there and marry this man who is known not to be husband material, who is known to treat women a certain type of way, who's known to disrespect women, who's known to, you know, not respect women in any kind of way. So that's why I was kind of confused by that. But she may be the type of person that don't feel like, you know, I like she could have thought she was gonna change him. You know, that's probably what it was. She probably felt like she could change him. But because she knew him for so long, she probably felt like, you know, he not gonna do me like he did these other hoes. He ain't gonna do me like that. You know, he know me. He know me. Like, we've been around each other for so many years. We've known each other for so many years. We've been friends for so many years. So he knows my past. He knows what I went through. He knows this. He knows that. So he not gonna do me the way he did Jocelyn. He ain't gonna do me the way he did Mimi. He not gonna do me like that. You said you weren't gonna do me like that. You ain't gonna do me like that. You know what I mean? That's what she thought. She thought that he wasn't gonna do her like that. At least that's what I believe. But if that's what she thought, she dumb as hell. Okay? If that's what she thought, then she dumb as hell. Because ain't no way in hell you thought he wasn't gonna do that to you. He ain't changing. A dog never changes. If you a dog, you a dog. Like if you a dog, you a dog. And that's just it. And I was always confused with Faith. I'm like, girl, why is you with him? You know what I mean? Like, why is you with him? Why are you bothered with him? Why are you making him this and that? Like, I don't get it. Like, why is you with him? Like, I don't know why. I don't get it. Like, why are you with him? You feel what I'm saying? It's crazy to me. And it's just like, girl, please. But like Norris said in the chat, love is blind. And obviously Faith is too. If she couldn't see the signs. That's just the truth about it. But I'm glad that they're finally, divorced and they can go on about their separate ways. But as far as these lawyer fees and stuff like that, that stuff that Stevie J got to pay her, I want to know how he gonna pay for it. Because I know he ain't got no money like that. So how he gonna pay for it? Now, that's the question that needs goddamn answers, okay? Now, that's the question that needs answers. So we can move on to the next. Now, this is what's been talked about quite a bit over the last 24 hours. And that's Miss India.Arie, I Am Not My Hair, Miss Janelle Monáe, and Miss Megan Thee Stallion, I'm a Savage. Okay, now, as you already know, these girls performed at the Essence Festival. You know that, right? So... and during Megan Thee Stallion's set, and not only through her set, but also with Janelle Monáe when she flashed the audience, because my friend was there. He said she flashed them, child, and he was more than happy that she flashed him because he a straight man. They like that type of shit. You know what I mean? Because they did that, and their sets were sexualized and things of that nature. India.Arie has some things to say about that. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm trying to go back to it right about now. So I can pull it up. Because India had some strong words about the situation. And she did not give a damn about what nobody got to say about it. She told me y'all can argue amongst yourselves because I said what I said. She felt however she felt. And that's just what it is. Okay. She didn't give a fuck. That's how she felt. And I'm trying to go back and get it for y'all so we can dive into it. Because it was pretty mixed. Like the reaction to what she said was pretty mixed about it. Like some people felt like she was doing too much. Some people don't think she was doing too much. Some people understood where she was coming from with it. But okay, so we about to go ahead and get into it. Okay, so let's move into this. So there we go. Now we over here. Why am I doing this and I ain't even got the shit up? Okay, so there we are. So India.Arie wasn't here for Megan Thee Stallion's Hot Girl Boot Camp at the Essence Fest. And this is what she got to say. Okay, so let's go into what Miss India.Arie had to say in the comments. She said the issue is what is context. Humanity does everything, but does everything belong in a stage? No. Is everything for kids? No. Is everything for everybody? No. Okay. Let's continue on. That's what she said. I'm just reading y'all what she said now. Now she said, so when we as a culture make something like this mainstream, it shows a lack of discretion and discernment. To those in the comments who laugh at anyone who wants these things for our culture, you certainly have that right. Just as many folks have the right to want our mainstream international export, our music to show us in a respectful light. I like to go on the record saying this won't age well, and that's my issue. I love Janelle and Meg the way I love us all, and I don't like this moment. Don't bother me. Don't bother debating me. LOL, I don't care. And I do this for 25 years, and I've done this. So read, ponder, or don't. Well, she told y'all. She told y'all. Let's look at some of the comments, okay? Now, one of the first comments that I see is from Miss Funky Dineva, okay? And Funky Dineva says, I've just come to the conclusion that it is what it is at this point. What used to be mainstream for Black entertainment in the 90s and early 2000s has become niched. You got two choices. Go with it or shut up. I'll go over there in the corner and hang with the 90s girls. I go over there in the corner with the 90s girls. You can catch me sitting next to Queen Latifah and changing faces. Janae say they in the parking lot about to walk in. I agree with Funky on that. I do. I agree with Funky. So let's continue on with some of the comments up in here. Okay, let's continue there. It says, girl, as you put it, everything ain't for everybody. So this wasn't for you. When we want to burn incense, rub shea butter all over ourselves, and dive into our deep spiritual black selves, we will put on a head wrap and head to one of your concerts if you're booked. Oh wow. Oh wow. And I see it got 106 replies to that. Oh wow. I don't even want to read what they said. Okay, Mr. Jerome Trammell, who I met in person, he said it's a form of entertainment, just like her form of entertainment. If it's not your cup of tea, then don't drink. But people have a right to self-expression. Imagine trying to police someone's creativity, okay? Someone else said, I agree with India, especially in regards to the Essence Festival specifically. I come from a time where hip-hop acts were never even a part of the main lineup, so I don't know. Okay, Ashley Miller, yawn, child. Someone said, okay, Sister Soldier, if Essence had a problem with it, they wouldn't have been there. It was not a gospel concert. Okay. Let's see. Go to church and watch the praise dancers then. Now, House of Aaron. House of Aaron said, go to church and watch the praise dancers then. I cannot. Mim says, this is the age of OnlyFans. People don't care about decency or nudity. And Meg is not going to be bothered that some lady she doesn't know is annoyed at her booty shaking class. Oh my God, I cannot. Let's see. Let's go. Let's continue on down. Different strokes for different folks. Not everybody gonna get on stage and play the guitar, India. Then someone says, why go to a Megan show? You know she's not rapping for Jesus. India is mad because she wasn't invited. Let these girls do what they do. If you don't like it, don't go to the show. Y'all was at Freaknik, but mad that her fans came on stage. Then someone said, typical, every generation says this about the next generation. It never fails. Time goes on, nothing to see here. Okay. Okay. I guess that's all I need to see here and just go ahead and give y'all my opinion on this. Okay, so let's just say that I love India.Arie. Let's make that clear now. I love me some India.Arie. Acoustic Soul is one of my favorite neo soul albums. Okay, I love Acoustic Soul. Let's see. Voyage to India is probably her best work. Okay, so I love it. But what I will say is self-expression is self-expression, and people do things in a different manner. The way you express yourself is differently from the way they express themselves. You put on your head wrap. You don't comb your hair. You comb your hair. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you shave your legs and sometimes I won't. You know what I mean? Depending on how the wind blows, you might even paint your toes. But it really just depends on whatever feels good to your soul. Okay? So nobody has a problem with what you do. But there's some people that don't have a problem with what Megan do. And what I will say is this. People are different. It's not going to always be the same. And that's just something that even I have to realize, because I am a person that criticizes today's music and the things that happens because this is not my scene. This is not what I'm accustomed to. I'm from the 90s. I grew up in the 90s. I was born in 89. So I grew up on the likes of, like TLC. I grew up on the likes of Montel Jordan. I grew up on the likes of Lauryn Hill and the Fugees. I grew up on the likes of, a Karen White, a Anita Baker, a Janet Jackson, things like that. And even they, had sexual music and stuff like that. They had sexual expression. And even back then, there were people that didn't like what they did. So just like Erica De Niro said in the comments, it happens every generation. Every time a generation changes, they complain about it. They complain about my generation, which was like the boys and girls that grew up in the 90s. They complained about our music. They said it wasn't real R&B. They held, the R&B music from the 70s and the 80s as the classic R&B and the best R&B. When we grew up, when they mixed R&B and hip hop together, and a lot of the people that grew up in the 70s and the 80s didn't like this shit that they was putting out in the 90s. But we think that is classic. But now that a lot of us is coming up from the 90s and the early 2000s and knew that what the music that we grew up with and how it was amazing. We don't like most of the shit that's on the radio right now. At least I don't. I don't like half these girls that's doing music, but different strokes for different folks. I don't like it, so I ain't listening to it. I don't like it, so I ain't going to their show. It's just that simple. I would listen to Escape all goddamn day. I would listen to SWV all damn day before I play SZA. I listen to Tevin Campbell all damn day before I listen to a damn Jacquees. If I don't like it, I ain't listening to it. You know what I mean? And that's just what they do. That's a hip hop concert. That's what they do. That's on brand for Megan Thee Stallion. But everybody got their opinion. So I ain't gonna say that India.Arie don't have a right to state that opinion either. She got every right. If she don't like it, she ain't got to. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, though, we can't get on our soapboxes and try to, criticize others for the way that they do things. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I don't know. It is what it is. That's what I think about it. Like, it's either you like it or you don't. But I'm not one of the people that's like saying, "Oh, India, shut the fuck up." But I ain't gonna say that. She got every right to voice her opinion. She do. So who am I to get upset? Because I get my opinion on shit all the time, whether I like it or not. So she got every right to, and she just only speaking about her generation and where she came from. But then again, when she came out in 2001, they was doing that then. You feel what I'm saying? They actually did do that during her time when she first came out with music. They was doing that. They was making sexual songs. They was doing shit like that. That was all in the rap music. It was going on, but it's just not her take, and it's not her, her thing. And that's okay. It ain't gotta be. Ain't gotta be. Let me see what y'all saying. It's just that the message they're pushing, and it's crazy that we have to do hypersexual, but other races don't push it or degrade their culture. I don't think that's really true. I don't think that's really true. Because I remember when Britney Spears started being more sexual, she was criticized for that. She was. When Christina Aguilera became a little bit more sexual and started doing things that she wasn't normally doing, she was criticized. Like, they do it too. They can be hypersexual as well. But I think the issue is they don't talk about that. Like, look at Madonna. She's known to do shit like that. So we can't say that it doesn't happen in other communities, because it do. It don't just happen with us. It's just that people don't complain about white people doing it. They only complain when it's us. You know what I'm saying? They only complain when it's us. So that's really what it boils down to me. They complain when it's us. But I ain't mad with India.Arie. I just try to see things from a different standpoint. That's all I'm saying. So we can move on to the next story. The next story involves some Real Housewives of Beverly Hills tea, honey. It's Kyle and Mauricio. Kyle and Mauricio, they done broke up, child. They have broken up, child. They have broken up. Mauricio fine as a muff to be a white man. And I know that was some ignorant shit for me to be saying. I know it was, but Mauricio is fine. Okay, I don't even look at white guys, but Mauricio is fine to me. Like, I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say. Mauricio is fucking fine to me. I've always thought that, though. I was like, look at Kyle, her fine ass husband. But apparently, they've been separated, or they getting a divorce or something like that. That's what was being reported. But then I heard some other stuff. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off with this. because I've been hearing different shit. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna start it off with this here. So let's go ahead and get into it. So it says that let's get into it. Now it looks like Real Housewives of Beverly Hills stars Kyle Richards and Mauricio have split after being married since 1996. Okay. Now, according to People magazine, a source says that Kyle and Mauricio have been separated for a while now, but still living under the same roof. They remain amicable as they figure out what's next for them and their family. Now, per the report, the two met at a little club in 1994 and they got engaged. Let me see. They got engaged that same year before marrying 2 years later. Okay. Now, what's crazy is that the two previously stated that they enjoy watching their relationship play out on TV. That includes the good, the bad, the ugly. Now, Richards was recently spotted without her wedding ring, so there may have been some truth to this. However, Mauricio claimed that they're not over in a recent interview. We're not getting a divorce, he said, speaking with two T's in the pod. Okay. So that's what they saying. So the rumors is Kyle and Mauricio ain't together no more. But he said they ain't over. So I'm trying to figure out what's really going on. Is he are they going through a divorce, or is this all for a storyline? But I'm not a big watcher of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I peek here and there. That's what I normally would do. But I'm not no big fan of theirs. But what I do know is that in the earlier seasons, there was a medium that was there that basically said that they weren't gonna last. Her name was Allison or some shit like that. She said that they weren't gonna last. That's what she said. She said they weren't gonna last. She said he would never emotionally fulfill her. That's what that lady said. That lady said that. He would never emotionally fulfill her. That's what she said. Baby. And to hear, damn. And to hear that they are in danger of not being together, I was like, oh, that's a lot. But hey, I was very surprised that they broke up or that they're even in this place. I'm very surprised by that. Like for real. Like I'm just like, girl, really? Even Kyle and Mauricio? What's up with these housewives getting divorces and stuff? What's going on with that child? What's really going on with all y'all getting a divorce? That's what I'm trying to figure out. All y'all leaving y'all men. Why? Why y'all leaving y'all men? Child. It's a hot mess. It's really a hot damn mess. Okay. So yeah, that's all I got on that. But he say they're not over, but the blogs are saying something else. So I'm just trying to understand all of the stuff. But let's move on to the next one. It's the next to the last story, and that is Miss Kenya Moore and Mark Daly. Now they back in the blogs again, honey. They back in the blogs, and apparently what they back in the blogs is this whole divorce settlement that they're trying to do. Okay, it's raining so damn hard out there. This divorce settlement that they're trying to do. Now here it is. Let's get on into that. Let me do what I need to do. Okay, there you go. Now it says that Kenya Moore demands Mark Daly pay her divorce legal bills and claims that he's purposely dragging the process out by failing to reach a negotiation. Now, that's what Kenya is saying. Now, it looks like Kenya Moore is not playing any games with her soon-to-be ex-husband, Mark Daly, okay? The RHOA reality star is demanding that Daly pay her legal fees for allegedly having to fight him over a settlement pertaining to their divorce. All right. Now, if you remember, the two are set to start a trial this month over child support and division of property after filing for the divorce back in 2021. According to Radar Online, in Kenya's divorce filing, she demanded child support from Mark while Can y'all see me or can y'all hear me? Please let me know. Okay, so this is what happened. The lights went out because it's storming. The lights went out. So and they just came back on. And I'm actually live using my damn hotspot or whatever, so I can finish this damn video. Cause yeah, I'm over it. That's why my computer is off. I'm not turning it back on until this shit is over with. But yes, that's what happened. My lights went out. I'm so annoyed. Anyway, I don't even remember where I left off at. Okay, but anyways, let's start where I think I left off. If you remember, the two are set to start a trial this month over child support and division of property after filing for divorce and back in 2021. According to Radar Online, in Kenya's divorce filing, she demanded child support from Mark while he was requesting a cut of her Georgia home that was purchased before their wedding. Daley initially demanded that the court enforce a partial settlement, a partial settlement, after claiming the two mutually came to a deal that was reached back in May. Now, Daley claims that nearly 8 hours of negotiating, Kenya agreed to the partial settlement, but this is where it gets messy. After long hours of negotiating, and as Daley described Kenya as dragging her feet, he requested that the court award him an attorney fees, which Kenya then shot down with her motion, claiming that the process was long due to Daley canceling several attempts to negotiate. Kenya's motion during mediation, it was clear that the respondent was not negotiating in good faith, and another clear attempt to reach a divorce agreement. These failed attempts came to an agreement that led to Kenya to believe that there was no deal. Neighbors, what do you guys think of this? Okay. So it's like, girl, what do y'all think about this? This is like the longest damn divorce settlement I have ever seen in my life. Like, what's really going on here? You know what I mean? Like, what's really the tea in this situation? Like, what's really going on here? Like, what's really the tea with this situation? Because he doing too much, and both of them doing too much. To be honest, they need to go on and get a divorce because they don't want each other. He don't want her. She don't want him. He, like, just going on and get the divorce. Y'all ain't meant to be. What y'all dragging y'all foot for? You feel what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck y'all dragging y'all foot for? That's the part I don't understand or get. Honestly, I don't get it at all. But it is what it is. I mean, hey. Oh my God. Do y'all hear that? Let me go to this last story, because I ain't got time for this. I ain't got time for this. I don't got time for this. I ain't got time for this. So let's go ahead and get to this last story, because I hate storms, and I'm just tired of storms, and I'm just tired, honey. Oh. Anyway, let's get to the very last story, and I'm gone. I'm letting you know that right now. This is the last story right here. And that is Miss NeNe Leakes and Kim Zolciak. Now, she was seen, walking through California, wherever the hell she was. And TMZ caught up with her. Now, this is what was stated. I'm going to go ahead and play this because, it seemed like the Lord trying to tell me to get my ass off of here. And I'm about to obey his orders, child. Let me do this last story and then we out of here. So let's go ahead and get into it, you guys. Let's listen in. Hold on, y'all.
I know Kim's making small appearances on the show. Does the ATL need Kim and NeNe back on the show? A lot of people would say you guys are the show. You guys have brought so much funniness to it.
Well, I would just say check the ratings.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, that should give you an answer.
I mean, would you be down to come back?
I would come back for the fans.
Okay.
Because the fans are the ones that love me. They're the ones that love to see me in that position. And I would do anything for them.
Of course. I mean, and the fans were actually kind of upset that you were edited out of the trailer, the flashback. I mean, people were pretty heated.
Yeah. I thought that was funny, and I thought that was kind of crazy to do. But I also think that people sometimes use reverse psychology.
Okay.
And so maybe they were thinking if we edit her out, maybe they'll make more people tune in the next week. So that's how I try to think of it. Maybe they were like, okay, we're going to edit her out, and then people tune in next week to watch. I mean, I don't know. But I think it was a bad move to do.
Do you think it was production being shady?
I don't even think it was production, because production only do what the orders are that they get from the top. So somebody from the top ordered that to be done, and they did what they were told to do.
No, I know Kim's making small appearances on the show.
Okay, so that is what NeNe had to say. Now, NeNe talking about, you know, she only want to return for the fans, but to be honest, NeNe want to return because NeNe wants to return. Let's just keep it a book about that. NeNe wants to return because NeNe want to return. NeNe want that check back. That's what that is, and she knows she ain't coming back just due to the fact that out of all the stuff that just went down with the situation, like she talked about Bravo like a dog. She called them all racist. She said all kinds of stuff about them folks. So at this point in time, she ain't finna, you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nothing gonna change. Like, she ain't going back. They ain't gonna never take her back, and that's just what it is. Like, they ain't never taking her back, and that's just it. And it's just crazy to me how she be calling Kim racist and stuff, but be the first one to reach out. And I get that, you know, you've been through a divorce, you don't want to see nobody going through anything and stuff like that, but you had that woman in your damn lawsuit. So just like, that's why that is the biggest problem that I got with NeNe. She is not consistent with her thoughts at all. She is never consistent. She say one damn thing and then do another. Do I think that she would be good to come back? Her and Portia, absolutely. Phaedra can stay where the hell her frog looking ass is at. She can stay wherever the hell she at. But other than that, NeNe and Portia are definitely welcome to come back for me. But NeNe did this to herself. And once her fans realize that she did this to herself, everything would be much better than what it is. Because y'all going to have to stop blaming Tom, Dick, and Harry for the reason why NeNe not back. She not back because of what she did. So she ain't never coming back. And she can throw her little shade and talk about the ratings and all that other stuff all she wants. She want to be back. And that's just what it is. And that's all I really got on that. I don't know if they could ever settle that. I don't know if it'll ever be, you know, good between her, Bravo, and Andy. I just don't know. But that's really all I got on that. So, y'all, this is it. I almost made it to an hour, but let me get up off of here. I already got to do roast review, and I really hope this weather lets up by the time it's time for me to do that. I really do, because I ain't got time for this shit here. I just don't. I do not like doing videos when it's raining and shit, and when the storm and stuff is out there. I do not like doing that. I hate it. I hate being cut off, because keep in mind that I'm an artist and I'm real sensitive about my shit. But anyway, with that being said, this be your boy Scotty by Nature TV. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, and share this video. And also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. And if you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok will be down below. With that being said, you guys, I am out of here. Make sure you guys tune into Roast and Review tonight. It will be on Josiah's channel. The link is already out there, and it's already in a Roast and Review playlist. If you haven't listened to my first 2 chapters of my book, the video is out. The audio is out, rather. It's out already, so make sure you guys listen to that. And I'm out of here, y'all. Until my next video, I will holler at you guys a little bit later. Bye.